Our desert sunsets are really some of the greatest, and we just love being able to share with you some of the views that you sent to us. We have to thank Melissa Tanner Jones for sending us this beauty of last night's sunset. Boy, that red and pink, just so vivid in the skyline there. Absolutely gorgeous. And remember, you can always share your weather-related photos and videos with us, especially as we head into the thick of monsoon here. Share at ABC15.com is the email to remember. Now, let's talk about that most accurate forecast for your Sunday. The most important thing to remember today is our wildfire weather is extreme today. We have red flag warnings pretty much statewide today. We're going to have high winds and low humidity, so we have very high risk, and also we still have high temperatures. So Arizona right now is a tinderbox, and we already see that with the wildfires that are currently burning. Temperatures are, I should say, breezes right now around 10 miles an hour in Phoenix, already at 10 miles an hour up in Bullhead City, 14-mile-an-hour winds blowing in Show Low. Yuma already seeing winds around 20 miles an hour, and it's only going to get stronger from here. We'll start seeing winds around 20 miles an hour across most of northern and western Arizona by 8 o'clock this morning. Also to our south, those winds will start picking up. By noon, they really get blowing. Here in the valley, they'll be around 15 to 20 miles an hour, and then they'll get even stronger than that by that 5 o'clock hour. Dying down a little bit overnight, but still staying around 20 miles an hour at 10 o'clock tonight across the high country. Then tomorrow mid-morning, the same thing. Strong winds statewide, and they'll be at their strongest between about 2 and 6 o'clock before finally dying down by the end of Monday evening. Temperatures statewide right now, we're looking at the 80s here in Phoenix, 70s in Casa Grande, upper 80s along our western border. Up in the high country, if you're waking up in Flagstaff, nice and crisp this morning, 47 degrees right now. Show Low, pretty mild, 63 degrees, but it probably feels just a little cooler than that because of those breezes that are blowing. Now, right now, we're seeing the most wind in the Scottsdale area, around 8 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour in those Deer Valley neighborhoods. So here's your planner for today. We're going to be in the 90s by 9 o'clock. By lunchtime, we start hitting those triple digits, so it's a pretty rapid warm up once again, climbing towards that peak heat of our day between about 3 and 5 o'clock this evening. By 7 o'clock, we're still in those triple digits. So here's a look at the highs across the valley. A little bit more mild than we saw yesterday, and the breezes are going to help it feel a little more tolerable as well. 105 is that forecast high for Goodyear, Ahwatukee, Gilbert, Chandler, and Maricopa, just a degree warmer than that. Scottsdale and Glendale going to warm to 104, and Anthem and Cave Creek, you may not even crack the triple digits today, so it'll be much more moderate for you. Across the state, we're looking at the 80s in Prescott, Payson, and Sedona, upper 80s, low 90s, low 80s in Show Low, 70s in Flagstaff, and then we've got those triple digits off to our west and to our south. Tomorrow, we cool down even further as those winds really continue into your Monday. 100 degrees the forecast high, and then come Tuesday, those 90s are in the forecast, and we're staying relatively cool for this time of year right on through Wednesday. Of course, we do have to get back to what's average for this time of year, so I'll show you when those warmer temperatures do make their return in that 7-day forecast. But we'll wait, Mark, until a little later in the newscast for that.